Congratulations on the purchase of your Northern Industrial Tools Plasma 375 plasma cutter. This plasma cutter will help you cut electrically conductive materials up to 3/8 of an inch. It is lightweight, providing for extreme portable cutting. Let's get started by removing your plasma cutter from the carton. First, thoroughly inspect the exterior of the carton for any kind of shipping damage. Shipping damage claims should be addressed with your shipping provider. Remove the cutter and accessories from the carton and properly dispose of the packaging materials. This plasma cutter package should contain the plasma cutting unit, a plasma cutting torch, a ground cable and clamp, a small consumables package including 3 nozzles and 3 electrodes, and the operator's manual. Your operator's manual provides important safety information that can help protect you and others around you. Be certain to review all safety information so you can be sure to safely enjoy your new purchase. Let's take a little time to understand your new plasma cutter. On the upper front panel of the unit, you will find the output amperage control, the low pressure indicator light, the thermal overload indicator light, the cutting output indicator light, the input power indicator light, and the air pressure gauge. On the lower front of the unit, you will find the positive output stud, the negative output stud, the pilot arc stud, and the trigger control receptacle. On the back of the unit is the input power switch, the input power cable, and the compressed air connection. The plasma torch delivers the electrical current and the compressed air that is required to create the plasma arc. This unit has a pilot arc, but in order for the cutting arc to engage, a completed electrical circuit is needed. The ground cable and ground clamp will complete that electrical circuit back to the unit. The cutting process does produce sparks that may cause fires. Be certain to keep your cutting area free of flammable materials. Make certain to have a fire extinguisher handy in the event a fire does occur. This unit uses electricity to produce the plasma arc. To avoid electrical shock, make certain your cutting area is dry. Never plasma cut in a damp, wet, or humid environment. The plasma arc produces harmful ultraviolet and infrared rays. Be sure to properly protect your eyes and skin from damage. A welding helmet or face shield with an ANSI-approved lens shade of at least 9 should be used. It is also recommended that you use flame retardant cap, coat, pants, along with gloves to protect all bare skin areas. Keep other people away from you while plasma cutting. It is a good idea to use proper screens and other barriers to protect others from the plasma arc. Always inspect your plasma cutter before each use. Make certain the ground cable, power cord, and the plasma torch are free of damage. Replace any damaged components prior to use. Never point the plasma torch towards any body parts. Be careful to make certain you do not accidentally come in contact with the ground cable and clamp while you're cutting. It is always wise to disconnect the power before maintaining or adjusting plasma cutter components. This includes replacing torch components. Use this rule of thumb. If the sheet metal needs to come off, bring it to a qualified technician. For more about safety, please take a moment to review the operator's manual. Now let's take a little bit of time to better understand the torch components. The torch cover can be removed by turning it counterclockwise. The nozzle is just inside the cover and sets on the electrode. The electrode is threaded into the torch head and the gas diffuser sits on the collar of the torch head. To put the torch back together, reinstall the electrode. Slide the gas diffuser onto the torch head. Slide the nozzle onto the electrode and reinstall the torch cover. Next, install the ground cable and clamp to the positive weld output stud. The ground clamp should be attached to your cutting table or the workpiece. There are 3 connections for the torch. The pilot arc installs onto the red terminal. The trigger control connection installs right above the pilot arc terminal. Line up the keyhole and snap into place. Finally, the torch body connects to the negative output terminal. Turn on the input power. You will see 2 lights are lit on the front panel. The power indicator light and the low air pressure light. After connecting the air supply on the back panel, you will see the low air pressure light turn off. The air pressure gauge should read at least 60 psi. Turn the air pressure control knob to increase the air pressure supplied to the torch. Your new plasma cutting unit is now ready to use. If you'd like more assistance with the setup and operation of this plasma cutter, please call our welder helpline toll free at 1-877-304-0294. Or you can visit us at www.ntwelderhelp.com.